You're just in time. Quick, get behind your bench.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this, the third week of the Scratticus Academy Season 2, with some more completely normal Pulp Cthulhu, with the wonderful Sammy. But before we go around and say hello to Sammy and all of those things, please check out the links that my bot is currently spamming at you, including merch. Today is the last day to get yourself a season... Oh, actually, this is season 3, isn't it? A season 2 poster. So if you want a season 2 poster, go and get one now, because it's the last day. Yeah. Also, all the other things there, places you can find us, places you can support us, information about our sponsors, Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, who we're very grateful to because they make this all very possible. Also, there are websites where you can get 10 to 15% discount, and every 10 retweets, we do not have a random trinket list. I need to update that command. I also need to update the Mage Hand Press one. No one's called me out about it yet, except for Mage Hand Press themselves, so shame on you, community, shame. Also, I've left my GoFundMe up for the aircon unit. I've got enough to buy the cheapest one, but I'm gonna give it like a few days. We'll see if I stick to that after a couple of days of dying in heat. But I'm gonna leave it up for another few days to see if we can upgrade to another one. So thank you all. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Let's hand over to the wonderful smallish Sammy. Oh hi!
Oh hi! I did want to say, I don't personally have the poster, but I have a poster that's not with me right now, and I've seen it, and they look really good. They look amazing. Very, very high quality posters. Anyway, yes, I am Sammy. I am Smallish Sam. I will be the very benevolent keeper today, who has nothing hidden. No hidden agendas here. But yeah, that's all for me. I'm gonna go around clockwise this time, and we're gonna start with QTV.
Oh god, that's me. How to unmute. Hi, I'm Vicky. Yes, I'm playing, how did Anik say it so nicely? The elderly aunt with mid-20 elderly aunt, Crystal of Talia. And this is a completely normal place to be. It's not weird at all. And let's see how it goes.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. Okay.
Thank you so much to Michael Wayne, who gives Scott 1 luck. Yay! I need it so bad.
Also thank you. I think right before stream, Levi donated a re-roll to the very kind Sammy.
Look at you catching all this stuff. Thank you.
I know, it's yeah. Look at me. I'm so professional.
You are. Sorry, I totally interrupted your introductions of everyone. I'll let you carry on.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We will next go to the very unrelated to Crystal, Talia.
Hi, Anik. I'm at Anikster on Twitter. Totally unrelated to Crystal. My elderly aunt who is massively harshing my vibe. I'm just an innocent little teenager on holiday in America who got trapped in some horrible little town, touched a ghost, stole some drugs, and talked about her daddy issues in a pocket dimension. So yeah, Everything's fine. Just fine.
Are we just having like a session where we see if we can lie about ourselves the most? Innocent, kind, and benevolent. What's going on here?
I'm adorable.
Yeah. I spot the lies. They're not there. I think next we will move on to our very great butcher, Loinel.
Yes, hi, I'm Mild Engineer. I'm playing Loinel, the butcher of this town. And he found a new friend who was going to tell him all the secrets, and he's very happy about it.
Wait, who's your new friend?
Oh, some little girl named E. She's
Oh,
very nice to me. She's going to be very nice.
Yeah, that friend. I see. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Next we'll go around to our lovely Carmen.
Hey, so I'm Carmen with a brick on Twitter and everything. Yeah, so I'm a private investigator on relaxation retreat, and now I'm kind of wrapped up in all this craziness, and let's see how much I can take of all this creepy children going on.
Okay. Yes.
I'm like
yes.
genuinely so excited for today.
Me too. I spent my entire morning going through music, and so I have like the music for the rest of the campaign planned. I'm very excited. Okay, last but certainly not least, we will go to our very wonderful Scott.
Oh hi, Scott Smith, a real gent, a nice guy, a daring do kind of hero that we all wish we could be. Tattoos up to the neck. He's a total hot hipster. It's great.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, yeah. It's fantastic.
Also, if any of you guys in chat want to give me feedback, I got a new mic, so let me know how it sounds.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so before we start with the recap, I don't know that everybody saw, and I also want to tell this for the people in chat, but because we were starting to lose sanity, I figured we should go over the recovering sanity mechanics. There are 3 main ways to recover sanity. If when you level up, you increase a skill to 90%, you get 2d6 sanity. The second way is to go to psychotherapy, aka a visit to Dr. Smith. You'll make a sanity roll. On a success, you get 1d3 sanity. However, on a fumble, you lose 1d6 sanity, and you can no longer go back to Mr. Smith, or Dr. Smith, I guess. The last way is self-help, and this is why it was very important to get your treasured person, place, or thing. If you spend time, quality time with this person, place, or thing, or like thinking about it or whatever, we can go over that if you have questions. You will make a sanity roll. On a success, you gain 1d6 sanity. However, on a failure, you lose a sanity, and I get to do things to your backstory. How you level up a skill is by leveling up your character. When that happens, it's like D&D, which is why it's important to keep those check marks in your boxes. If you look on your character sheet, there will be next to all of the skills, they will have boxes. Every time you make a success, you will put a check mark next to that box. If you succeed more than once, it's just 1 check mark. I have been forgetting to remind you guys about that, but luckily we have a whole list, it's forever here what you succeeded on, and there's been like 4 different rolls, so I'm pretty sure everybody has some boxes checked. Big
thank you to Kentucky Hawkeye, who donates so that we each get 1 luck, because we're gonna need it. Thank you so much. And also, Sammy, thank you to you. You're the first person who's ever told me there's a way to regain sanity and leveling up. I'm shook. Shooketh.
Yeah, you should probably thank Kelly because she was the one who's like, Sam, with you running a game, you're gonna need to tell them this stuff. So yeah, I know. I didn't know this was a thing either. But yes, I don't know when you guys are gonna level up. Actually, I do know, but it's not gonna happen yet. But yeah, so those are your options. For the players, it's in our chat. It's a pinned message if you ever forget. So now that we have all the mechanic-y things done, who would like to recap for us? Oh, you guys are all so willing. Good thing I rolled a dice before. Talia, I'm sorry, but you got the lucky roll.
Oh, and everything got all messed up in my head when I made my conspiracy board, and I'm not sure what's true and what I made up. We started right after we were surrounded by 20-foot-tall flames. There was a lot of screaming, and we ended up in a weird and creepy house that we couldn't leave, even though I tried several times. There was all kinds of things wrong in the house. Things were burned, and then they weren't. There was a girl, and then there wasn't. We found photos of a man we can't really see, with a woman whose face is scratched off. We found frozen meat that is always the same cut. That is apparently something Lionel did or does or will do. We found a creepy cookbook Lionel gave a girl named E, who we later saw again, and then she called him Papa. Lionel's very suspicious right now. There were doors that fell and then closed. I touched the ghost. It was the worst thing ever. After finding also a note from the principal of the school about the daughter being deranged, we managed to leave the house, farmer's market. No time had passed. The house is gone. The grocer died of strychnine poisoning after biting out of the frozen meat cut.
He's in a coma.
Yeah, right. He almost died, but then Crystal saved his life, and we dragged him to one of the Dr. Smiths, because there's two of them, and one is an MD and one is a shrink. And then I tried to steal some pills, but I accidentally stepped into a pocket dimension with the shrink one, which was kind of creepy. But my aunt came and saved me, and then the creepy little girl was in the waiting area.
Yep, that sounds about right. Nothing really happened last session.
No, not really.
Wait, she called me Papa?
Yes.
No, I don't think she called you Papa. I think that was.
I have that like with exclamation marks when he saw her at the market after we left the house. I will rewatch this.
I think you're making things up.
I will rewatch this.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no. Somebody in chat is saying she did. I will, okay. I will clear this up right now and say she did not. Like, this is me being Sam. If I did, that was a slip up. It wasn't intentional, but that was not supposed to be the case.
Maybe she was actually just really into Twitch and you said Pepe.
Well, no, I can't.
Well, there go two of my theories.
But yeah, so getting back into this, do you guys remember who saw the little girl?
I know I did, and I know Crystal did, and I don't know if the others did.
Yeah, I think it was just Carmen, Crystal, and Talia. I don't believe Scott or Loinel definitely. Loinel saw nothing and heard nothing.
Didn't I even crit? Was that my crit?
Yeah. Okay, well, you know, we'll just say I just rewatched this to make sure. But can all three of you guys make a sanity check for me?
Sure.
I feel so confident.
Oh.
I do have a reroll.
Scrat, you didn't need to make it was just the three that saw her, so you're all good.
Oh, okay, thank you. I thought you meant everyone. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I apologize for that. Yeah,
No
so
need
it's
to
just
apologize. You're amazing.
Thanks. So it looks like the only person that's really shook up about this is Carmen.
He's having a rough time.
Yeah, and can you take for me, I cannot say this, I had trouble with this last time. Can you take for me 2 points of sanity damage?
Yes.
Because why this girl keeps appearing. She was first in the mirror, and then she wasn't, and now she's in here.
Wearing the same clothes as in the picture we found, apparently?
Yep.
Yep.
And now she's gone.
Carmen, there's chairs around, right? We're in the waiting room? Or where are we?
Yeah, you're in the waiting room, so there's like the chairs. It's also oddly dark. Like it's nighttime.
I'm going to sit down in the chair closest to me and just kind of like look at everybody. So, is anyone else super freaked out, or is that just me? Because I think I'm a little bit losing it. This girl is here, and then she's gone, and she's wearing the same outfit as this picture, and this picture seems super old, and I don't really get it. I don't get what's going on.
I get that completely, and I would love to discuss it with you and let Lionel pet you until you feel better, but that behind that door is some kind of trans-dimensional creepiness, and I want to leave this building. I'm walking out the door. I am not waiting here. Behind that door, there was blackness, and there was a chair, and suddenly there were 2, and everything's weird.
It's definitely weird here, so I think maybe we should at least try to go somewhere else and talk, and maybe try to figure it out together, because it doesn't make any sense at all.
Maybe we should go to my place.
Sure.
Apparently,
it's pretty weird as well, though.
I ain't ever done anything like this, okay? Whenever I get sent on a mission, usually I just need to find and capture or kill some kind of... Yeah, sure, some sort of crazy person. I'll give you that, some sort of crazy person, but... hunting down kids, that was strange to begin with. Fires which aren't fires, but might be fires in places that don't exist. I think I'm losing my marbles.
Either we're all losing our marbles in the exact same way, or something else is going on. What's more likely?
How do I know any of you are real?
Hey, that's what I asked you the first time you met us.
Oh, that's true.
To be fair, we're the only people freaking out. It seems like the entire town is totally cool and completely normal, and so maybe it is just us.
Maybe it is just us.
But I never heard of a sickness or any kind of insanity that just suddenly gets to 5 people that partly never met before. That there must be something going on, and we need to find out what.
Let's just all go back to my place. Apparently, I know this girl somehow. And at the very least, you could help me. I don't know, tear apart the room, and maybe we can find something. Other than just some disappearing girl.
Let's try that.
I feel like we fine, but after that, I still feel need to visit the library.
Fair.
Senia said it's dark outside now, or still okay? Yeah, that.
Yep, it's dark now. It's almost like it's nighttime.
Yeah, I was right. So.
Lionel, what time does your flip phone say it is?
I'll check my phone.
You go to check your phone, and it says it's 10:30 a.m.
Say a date.
September. Oh shoot! What was the last day we were on? September 18th.
No, 19th.
19th. September 19th, 2025.
It's been a long time in September 19th.
Thank you, Michael Wayne, for the extra point of luck.
I think it's happening again.
Okay.
Y'all.
We'll just walk to the butcher's shop house.
Let's
You live
try,
there?
and let's hope at least sit together, just discuss, and hope for the best that we make it to the next day.
Look.
And I would reach out my hand to Carmen, basically, to pull her out of the chair. And
Look, I'm thinking I might split off. Okay, I need a bit of time to go and get my head together. I'm gonna head out into the woods, do a little bit of hunting. I mean, what's the worst that happens? If the day resets again, y'all know where I'll be.
On one hand, I don't think we should split up. On the other hand, I'm very, very curious if you actually managed to leave town.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can we
you?
even leave?
I mean, we can't take the train, but walk?
Well, I'll let
Maybe
you
we
know
all
how
should just-
far I get.
How?
Well, we all remember what's been happening, right?
yep.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we had a day, it went back, we reset, we had another day, we all held hands, and then reappeared together. We can remember things, so if I poof back into my cabin tomorrow, or today, or yesterday, or whenever the hell it is, I should remember, and I can tell you what happened.
Maybe you will get a new note.
Maybe I will. And hey, if I don't poof back, maybe I did walk far enough, and then that's a sign that you guys can all just leave.
How would we figure that out if you aren't there to tell us that we can?
If we remember that he was here for the first 2 iterations and he isn't there for the next one, he's either dead or escaped.
Fair, but
Shit, I didn't think about dying. Why'd you have to say that?
that's what I'm saying. What
Because it
happens
seems
if-
very realistic. Mark's in a coma like 5 feet away from us.
But Scott, you are at least probably
Can we
the
just
one surviving the best of all of us, so you know how to take care of things.
It's true, I know my way around a gun.
Is there a way for you to contact whoever sends you your notes?
No, not really. I don't know when they switched over to just leaving random notes around, but that's kind of just become the norm.
I don't know too many people outside the town, but I mean, all y'all might. If you tried, maybe we can try contacting someone outside.
My phone doesn't work.
What?
Maybe there's a payphone or something.
Hell, if I get to the next town, I'll call you. Give me the number for your butcher shop. I'll call you. 10:30 a.m. That's what the time it is all the bloody time, right? I'll call you at 10:30 a.m.
Or 10:30. We have been at 10:30 p.m., but that was the day before. But yeah, I'm not massively in favor of splitting off, but I also don't have any better ideas. Have we left the freaking doctor's office by now? Because I don't need to be here. I mean, I need to be here. I don't want to be here.
I imagine we're walking and talking because I
Walking
got
and talking. I am good with walking and talking.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Are there any lights on, like street lamps or anything, as we're walking outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I kind of take a look around to see if there's anything unusual or if I see any people or just weird things?
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and make me a spot hidden check?
Can we all? Just right?
Yeah, anybody who wants to can make me a spot hidden check.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, I will.
I guess I can spend a point of luck.
Oh, I could spend 2 points. I will spend 2 points of luck and make it a success as well.
Okay, perfect. So I have 2 successes, an extreme success. Talia, were you gonna, or are you too distracted by the fact that Scott's leaving you?
Talia or Anik whispered you something I wanted to do instead of looking.
Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
That not. Yep. So, as you're walking, as you're walking, you guys, it looks completely fine. Looks totally normal. I don't know. I don't know what to give you more aside from that. Like,
Do we smell our favorite scent of popcorn?
No, not right now. You don't. And Carmen, what did you say you were looking for in particular?
I was just trying to find like anything that might look out of the ordinary, somebody maybe staring at us a little bit too long, if there's anybody outside, just like something that just like would kind of strike me as odd.
No, other than like you do see a shadow here and there. But I feel like at this point you can kind of assume whose shadow that is. But you're the only one that sees that though. The other two that succeeded, it just looks like a regular night. Like shops are closed. It's kind of, it's totally fine. But yeah, you do see that shadow. Looks like it could almost be like a little girl's shadow off in the distance, or like across the street type of thing. I guess that's not too distancy away, but yeah.
Is that shadow that I'm seeing in the direction of where we're heading, like towards Loinel's shop, or is it kind of like?
So it's parallel to you guys. So I'm imagining. I sent you all a map. I also, for chat, I put the map in the Discord as well, the Discord channel. So I'm assuming you guys are on the side where all the storefronts are, and the little girl's shadow would be on the other side. Like just following you guys. You would imagine for right now.
I just want to be quiet, but keep my eye on that shadow just to see if it moves with us or away from us as we're moving towards the shop.
Okay. Yeah. And
I think
go ahead.
I think Lionel is just. It's probably gonna like start looking from the back to the front of the cookbook while we're walking along. Just not to waste time as well.
Yeah, and so the cookbook is it's like like I said last time, it's like a normal meat cookbook. Something about it seems familiar to you, but you're just other than that note, it's
Has Scott split off yet?
We'll say yeah. I think Scott's he's been holding that rifle out for all it's worth since we started, and no one's told him off for it. So he's slinging it over his shoulder. He's slinging the bag over the other shoulder.
I was gonna ask him because we're going to the butcher's to discuss whatever that means. Before you leave, can I ask you if you took anything from the house that's now gone? Any hints or pieces of evidence? Because things we take tend to stay with us. I mean, Lionel still has the cookbook. Did you find anything that we can throw in with the pictures, the notes, and everything else we've gathered?
Yeah, I found a purse. Belonged to someone familiar.
You want to carry that purse yourself, or are you willing to add it to the evidence pile?
I'll keep hold of it for now. It's strangely familiar.
Was there anything inside the purse?
I remember looking through it, but I can't remember what was in there.
Okay, so it was full of like credit card. It was like a normal, like it's like a purse wallet type of thing. The big wallets that women carry around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it has everything in it: credit cards, ID.
No name.
But yeah, it's all like blurred, like smudged. Actually, it's probably all charred, right, from the fire. And so you can't make out any identifying things.
Yeah, there's things in there that should be identifiable, but nothing that's, it's conveniently burnt in the right places so that you can't see a face or a name or anything.
All right. Well,
I'll keep hold of it.
Best of luck to you.
And at this time, Talia, you get a taste in your mouth. It tastes almost like dried apricots. And everybody can see as Talia lifts off the ground for about 5 seconds or so, and then just falls back on her feet.
What? Yes. Talia, dear.
Oh, I hate apricots.
What?
What just happened?
Just
I tasted apricots?
And
Never
you-
seen that before.
you left the floor.
That
Did
was
you
not
eat something?
intentional. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna have a... Did I still have a water bottle somewhere? I'm gonna rinse my mouth out. I really hate apricots.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe we should keep that in the evidence pile.
Just Talia as a
Flavor of
human. Put her in the evidence pile.
And Talia, can you make me a sanity check, please?
Yes.
I was just gonna say, I think as Carmen sees that and is kind of like now a little bit even more freaked out, can I reach into my jacket pocket and pull out my locket and just kind of wrap the chain in my fingers and kind of hold it and rub it in my fingers?
Okay.
Yeah, I've a hard success.
Yeah, so you're fine. You're like, this isn't the most like freaky thing that's happened here at all.
I'm currently nowhere near a ghost, and there's nothing on fire. This is not the worst that's happened to me this iteration of today. So yeah.
And so it's probably around this time that you guys get to the butcher shop, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Lionel, do you lock up your shop when you leave?
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
Like if I'm at the farmer's market, no, because it's right there. But if something happened where it was like a day off and I was out and about, I would. So if a turn of events where I was at the farmer's market and all of a sudden I wasn't there, it would not have been locked.
Okay. So would you have locked it today, knowing everything that you knew that had gone on? So I don't know if you remember, but we started the day at the farmer's market, but it was the second time this happened.
Well, I think just from muscle memory, he wouldn't have thought to do it because,
Okay. Good to
still
know.
a little too new.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. That's all. You may proceed.
Right. Are we, I have my landline that you guys can use to try and call out, I guess a good place for me to start would just go through old customer orders, maybe.
You called someone last time. He was
Yeah.
he was in completely normal.
Yeah,
You
that
woke
was
him up.
just Mark.
Right, that was Mark. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to.
Would it okay for you that I would try to call outside of the state just to see if it works?
You mean out of the country?
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, it's fine. I'll pay the long distance charges.
I will not really talk long. I will just dial.
It's fine. I'm just gonna grab a bundle of bills and just hand it to Lionel. Here, they should cover it.
What? No.
I will confess,
You can figure that out later.
don't know my parents' phone number because I always have it in my smartphone. So I hope Crystal has it memorized.
I am not calling your parents just to make
Oh,
that
that is
clear,
great.
because I don't want to explain to them what is happening here. She will pick up the phone and she will dial a work office number, her own. So usually it should go to voicemail, but at least checking if it goes up to the voicemail.
You call. It goes to voicemail.
Okay.
I don't know what the voicemail would say. Something like, "Oh, we're not here right now. Please leave a message." And
Yeah, something like that. It's like
Yeah.
pathology office, and then I would just hang up. Okay, so my voicemail at work is still reachable. So should we?
Well, if it's
It
time
would
zone
be,
wise, they could be awake.
it would be morning, right?
It would be morning. Or no, it would be afternoon because it's 10:30 a.m. even though it looks dark.
Right. It's what?
Just
I'm just
try it.
It was enough money, so she will dial again, and she will just dial the number of a colleague, like phoning in, like, "Hey, how's work going?"
So you dial the number.
Yeah, and it would be let's call him Chris. That's at least a name we can say in German and in English as well.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I speak little German, not good at it. And so you call. It rings.
Mm-hmm.
It rings again. Hello.
Chris, this is Christine. I just wanted to check in. How's work going?
The first thing you notice is it doesn't sound like Chris.
Okay. Then
So I'm assuming you didn't say that if it doesn't sound like Chris.
If it doesn't sound like him, I would ask for. Is Chris in the office?
I don't know what office you mean. This is the sheriff's the sheriff of the Normal County. His office. I'm the assistant deputy here.
I'm sorry. I tried to call outside to Germany. I don't know how I got here.
Oh yeah. You know, there's been weird things happening with the phone lines recently. I'm very sorry about that, ma'am.
Then have a good day.
You too. Is everything all right, ma'am? Do I need to send the sheriff out there at all?
No, I would just have a curious question to you, probably. But which day and which time is it?
Oh well, it's September 19th, ma'am, and it's 10:30 a.m.
Thank you so much. That was very, very helpful. Have a good day, sir.
Oh, thank you. You too. And if you ever need anything, just you know where to call us.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll hang up. That was not my work. That was the sheriff's office of this town. And they confirmed it's today 10:30 a.m., which is insane if we look outside. This place. Lionel, it wasn't completely normal the whole time before? No weird things?
Not that I noticed. I mean, I've been living here most of my life, so.
Any weird stories you remember from past?
Would I have known any folk tales, Sammy?
No. But you've always been able to dial out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Have there been any like folk tales of the town or anything like that? Or?
Nope.
No. No, I mean, I don't know. Just the usual stories, people talking about what they see on TV and things like that, And we don't really have those Bigfoot sightings or anything that other places seem to have, so.
Lionel, do you take a lot of photos? Do you have any picture books, photo books, anything that maybe while you're going through customer records, I can try and search through to see maybe this girl's in the back of one of them, or if you've ever taken a photo with her?
I was gonna check that next. I mean, it'd just be upstairs. But that's where we live, so.
Would you mind if I go up there maybe with one of the others to check that out while you're going through stuff down here?
Yeah, sure. I'll just go unlock upstairs for you.
Cool. I'd appreciate that. Does anyone else want to come with me?
I am quite good in searching for pictures and so on, so I will join you if it's fine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Before Karma leaves, I'd like to ask her, when we first met you, you said something that stuck with me, because you said that you'd been here on holiday and you felt compelled to stay.
Yeah, I mean, not compelled in any sort of weird way, like this is looping, but no, just I was just looking for a place that really didn't have too much going on and didn't seem too dramatic. And this is quite the opposite now, but when I originally got here, it just seemed like a homey, cute little town in the middle of nowhere, just a place to get away.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's pretty quiet. I mean, the most active thing we have is this farmer's market. So
Well, and
no
an
idea what's going
arsonist
on.
apparently. Before you met us and started Groundhog Daying, were you aware of the fires? They were in the paper I saw in the hotel on the 18th.
I mean,
You're thinking really hard or we've lost him. Carmen, I mean, you've been here for a few weeks.
to be honest, I only checked the paper maybe a couple times during the week, and I do remember seeing something about the fires, but I didn't know anything more intimately than that. I'm not too close from around here, so I mean, to me they just seemed like fires that were popping up out of nowhere for whatever reason from kids, like it said in the paper.
Yeah, I was talking to Scott about this earlier, but anything about fire just sounded like it was some kind of prank. I mean, you know how it is in these quiet towns. Kids always trying to get into trouble because there ain't nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm not really one to judge him.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go up to the to your personal, like your house? Is this
Yeah.
what you said, or?
Carmen, was there anyone you wanted to try and call before we, start rooting around upstairs?
No, I'm good. I'm okay.
All right then.
Okay, so before you guys go, we're gonna pan over to Scott. And Scott, I imagine you left at the main intersection and crossed over a bridge to a forest.
I actually would have headed back to my hut.
Okay.
Where upon getting in there, I wouldn't even look around. I mean, it's a hut. If people come and go, they come and go. But the rifles are locked away, so no one can, I would immediately go to my bed. I would place my rifle down on the bedding, and I would start taking it apart, cleaning it, and putting it back together.
Okay. That's fair.
That would be what I would think would be his sanity thing. Would be spending time remembering the past.
No, that absolutely makes sense with Scott's past. I can see how going through and cleaning his gun would be cathartic for him. Yeah, so go ahead and you can roll me. Can you make me a sanity roll?
I have a reroll. I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
God damn.
I think I have a couple. I will. Yeah.
If the
You
dice
can take one of them.
If the dice
sure?
say it, yeah. If the dice have spoken,
Okay.
they do not want me to pass this check. This doesn't happen.
Okay. Well, oh, that guy feels so bad now. But okay. On that note, I will let Scott be a little shaken up, and kind of, it's probably one of those it normally calms you down, but things are weird. There's this little girl. There's a little bit too much familiarity for you.
I think first he drops the bolt under the bed and has to go and pick the bolt back out again. Then when he's trying to reassemble it, he drops the handle and the trigger mechanism just explodes and he has to reassemble the whole trigger, putting the hammer back in and everything. And then he's got to find that little spring in there and he's rooting around for the spring and it's not cathartic at all. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. You just want to clean your gun, which you've done a million times, and it just keeps breaking.
Yeah, it should be muscle memory at this point, and it's not. Yeah, no, I totally get that as somebody who's done stuff like that. Music major days. Okay, well then in that case, we will pan back to our other lovely folk. And so you guys are so are you guys looking for something in particular, or were you just going up to talk?
I think Crystal and I were going upstairs while Talia and Boynell went through stuff downstairs.
Okay.
Well, first I was gonna show y'all where everything was.
Cool.
Right. I'm like, all right, so here's just the little cabinets where I keep all the old family mementos and stuff. Yeah, we got some old photo albums and stuff y'all can root through. I don't know. It's kind of small, but yeah.
Hey, no judgment. The goal is to find any ideas on what could help us to solve this.
Yeah. I mean, there might be more over at my parents' place, but yeah.
Well, worst case, we have also a hotel room, or probably two. I'm not sure, Carmen. You should be there as well.
Yeah.
We have some places we can just move around to spread out. But
all right.
I think we will find quite a good lead maybe on your past, because you seem to be somehow connected. Well, you're connected to the place, so...
Yeah.
Why not? Can I flip through that cookbook?
Sure.
And Sammy, are we hungry? Are we thirsty? Are we tired? Do we need to pee? Does it feel to us like time is passing, even though the world is not moving?
Yes, you feel like time is passing. I mean, I assume if you guys needed to do any, like, restroom breaks that you would do that. You would have done that. I just assumed
I've
that
been drinking water, but because time hasn't moved, but we've been going for hours.
Didn't you guys want me to, any of y'all want me to make anything while we're here?
Do you have anything that's maybe not meat? And I know that sounds really crazy, but after watching the grocer kind of fall and get in a coma after eating some meat, I'm kind of wary of everything around here food-wise.
I was just going to ask if we can have something without strychnine.
Yeah, I mean, no, we got a lot of things that I've got some pasta and things like that I can make. You know, just something
That sounds
quick
delicious.
and simple.
Absolutely. And Carmen's gonna go over and just pick up one random memory book and just kind of sit down and start thumbing through it while he's kind of leaving.
Okay. And I imagine that while Lionel's cooking, and after, like, Carmen kind of flips through this real quick, she sits with her locket and kind of just thinks about the memories associated with that locket.
Yeah, I think she kind of sits there and it's still like in her fingers and she's thumbing through it and she's just like turning over the pages, and for a moment she kind of just gets lost and like just looks and opens it, looks at the picture and kind of rubs the picture and then closes it again and just kind of takes a moment before she puts it away and then goes fully back into what she needs to be doing.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go ahead and you can also roll me a sanity check.
Just 1d6, right?
First you roll an actual check.
Oh, okay.
And then if you pass, you can well then. I believe that we said for trying to gain stuff back. If you crit on it, you can either double the dice or double the amount of dice or double the roll on the dice. So it's up to you.
I'll double the roll, whatever the roll ends up being.
Okay.
And that is?
So that is a 1d6.
1d6, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can get 8 back.
Sweet.
Okay, does anybody else want to do anything while Lionel cooks?
I wanted to look through that cookbook.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Maybe less with like spot hidden and a little more with occult.
Okay, what are you looking for in this book? That would make it an occult.
Nothing as basic as secret messages, but yeah, whatever
Okay.
you'd miss on the surface.
All right, yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a...
Something that tells me why Lionel can't remember this.
Okay.
Reaching here, I'm reaching.
I mean, I'm not that strict on stuff, so you're totally good. It's a cookbook.
It's a cookbook.
It's a cookbook. It seems like any other cookbook. It looks older. Definitely not from at least the 2020s. It's definitely older than
We're
that.
talking 1950s with like
No.
everything's covered in jello and mayonnaise.
No, it's no, definitely not. It seems like it's probably from the last like 20 years.
Okay. All right.
Did somebody
tried.
donate? Yeah, did somebody donate and I missed it?
Mackenzie pledged via Patreon. Thank you, Mackenzie. You have a £5 reward to spend if you would like to. Although if you're studying, carry on studying. Don't let us distract you.
Definitely let us distract you. I shouldn't say that. I'm in grad school. I'm supposed to be a better influence than this.
While I'm cooking, does everything seem in place? Like we're left with nothing seems rearranged or anything?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Now, can you make me a spot hidden check?
Yeah. Do I have rerolls, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe you have a few rerolls.
It's not a fumble, at least.
Yeah. No, it all looks like you had it there last. Like, looks the same.
Yay.
And Crystal, is there anything you would want to do during this time?
She would probably have her travel diary out and just scribbling notes quite frantically, probably looking like my notebook at the moment with wild notes on timeline and what happened and some drawings. Just trying to get it on paper.
Okay. Sounds good. And is there... Okay, so you guys are doing this, and Lionel cooks, and he makes a wonderful pasta, I believe is what you were making.
Yeah, it's just like a spaghetti. Put in some peas and onions, mix them together, maybe some Parmesan cheese on top.
Okay. And you guys all get it. Do you sit down to eat this, or do you eat it while doing other things?
I think Carmen would eat it while she's still looking through stuff. And if by this point we've kind of gotten through all the photo books without finding anything, I want to go look in the bathroom mirror.
Oh, okay, perfect. You can absolutely go look in the bathroom mirror.
First, do we see anything in the photos? Because after some notes and while eating, Crystal, as said, would also look together with Carmen through photographs and trying if we can see either the man or the girl or anything that would give us an idea.
Oh, yeah. I totally skipped over that. Go ahead and make me. I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I'm very
You're
distracted.
fine.
You're fine.
You're great,
Can you
Sally.
both? Thanks. Can you both make me spot hidden checks?
Let's try.
I want to use a reroll.
You can also use 4 luck.
Oh,
To get-
yeah, that's right. I
So,
will use
yeah.
4 luck. I'll do that
Okay.
instead. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and mark those off.
Cool.
So while you're flipping through these, you do see in the background of a few of the older pictures this little girl, but it's like very blurry. It's like if the focus was on like Loinel, and then right in the background you can kind of make out this little girl, and this older guy who is in a plaid shirt, and that's about it. And this picture is probably dated, oh shoot, hold on, let me math real quick. Probably around, I'm gonna say 1990. We'll put it at wait, we're in 2025, right? I gotta math again. We'll put it at like 2000, we'll put it at like 2005.
Do you see this guy? Is this the guy that we're looking for?
I think
He kinda
it looks like him. Lionel?
Is he with us, or did...
He should still be there, right?
Are we... Well, I'm asking, are we still upstairs, or did we join everyone downstairs?
I think we would grab whatever we find and bring it downstairs to share, I would imagine. And showing basically the picture to Lionel, like if you remember that instant.
Does this at all look familiar? Do you remember this day?
Do I remember this day?
It was a while ago. That's 20 years ago. Like, I don't remember a lot of the pictures I took 20 years. I also was 20 years ago. So, but I don't remember a lot of the pictures I took 20 years ago. Like you kind of remember, but you don't remember anything very specific about this.
Wait, so how old do I appear in the picture?
Well, how old are you now?
He's like 32.
You appear probably about 32.
So you don't really remember this, but you don't look much younger either. So I'm just confused. The picture says it was taken in 2005. And you're still the same age?
I want to ease away from Lionel a little and put my food down.
I don't know. I mean, I've always chalked it up to just, good genes.
Good genes for 20 years and you don't even look a day over it? I just...
You know what happens when when people mix?
Fair, I guess. But,
I mean, if I...
So wait, how old
if I grew
are
a beard,
you?
I'd look like 40.
How old are you? In years?
32.
So, 2005, 20 years ago, when you were 12, you looked at 32, and you're saying it's good genes.
I don't know.
I don't think a 12-year-old looking 32 is a good thing.
Time feels all weird right now.
well, to be fair, have you lived anywhere else? Did you grow up here, or did you move from someplace else?
I went out to college, but I didn't stay long.
How long were you gone for?
It's like
Did you finish college?
4 years. No, I mean, I was jumping around a bit. You know, first I wanted to like, I want to do a bunch of different things. I was looking at the sciences. Then I was thinking about art. You know, I maybe was gonna wanted to paint or something. Then I started looking into culinary school, and then my dad got sick, and I came back.
What age/year did you go to college?
Let's see. I'm saying he would have started. He probably would have left around 19.
So you look at something now that you did in this photo, and you don't remember this photo, but the guy who we kind of need to know who it is in this photo, and the girl isn't, but the girl keeps showing up, and we haven't seen the guy yet. I'm just really curious as to who this guy is and if he even matters in all of this. Or should we just be focusing on figuring out who the girl is?
I really want to visit a library.
I
Usually they have
really want to go to the library.
papers and things like that, just to see if we can find anything on the guy. Because honestly, I'm quite sure he's linked to the girl, and whatever that is pointing to the picture, it's just, I think, another of these crazy time things.
Yeah, we should probably all go. I want to check something real quick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look for see if there's any like order ledgers dating back to 2005.
Yeah. I'm sure you keep a record of all your orders. From what you've told me, you probably have very good records of this.
And do any of them look suspicious or like something from out of the cookbook I was looking at?
No, they all appear normal. I mean, you didn't get as many orders back then because this was a lot newer, but no.
Yeah, that was probably from when my dad was running the shop, so it'd be his order.
Yeah. No, that's it. I mean, but nope, nothing too suspicious. Can everybody who's looking at this photograph make me a spot hidden check?
Yes.
I really want to make you re-roll that, Wild, but I feel so bad.
Go ahead. I mean, it's
No, it's okay. So Lionel is the only person who sees this. And in that picture behind the little girl and her dad, you see kind of this orange thing. It looks like it could be a flame in the background.
Do you point that out to us?
It was like a big flame, like a fire, or just like something's on fire.
Yeah.
But they're standing in front of it.
Yeah, so if we're talking of, okay, so if this is the side, right? If I could blow up the picture and turn it to the side, right? So everybody's facing that direction. So it'd be Lionel, girl, and other person, fire. So this is the back side of the, does that make sense? So Lionel, girl, fire back here.
Right. But we don't seem to notice the fire, or we're just smelling like normal.
Yeah, nobody, like, as far as you could tell in the picture, nobody notices the fire, and you don't remember anything about a fire.
I probably wouldn't mention it at this point.
Okay. And at this point, I'm going to pan back to Scott. Now, after Scott has cleaned his gun, would he just go to bed, or would he go back to town, or would he go hunting? What would he do?
No, he would start an expedition. He'd pack a bag with enough rations for a couple of days, just in case there's some timey-wimey stuff that makes him take longer to get to the next place than he'd think.
Okay.
And he would take a foresty route, probably west, I think, into the forest. Does that work geographically in the state and town we're in?
Yeah. So your cabin is like in the forest.
Yeah.
So north, south, east, west, you're surrounded by forest. So that totally works. You are south of the town. So if you went north, you would get into forest, but you would go into town. But if you go west, then it totally works.
Yeah, I'll go west, and I'll totally be tracking as well to see if I can catch something on the way.
Okay, so you head out. Probably get like about, I don't know, a couple 100 feet out. Which is where I assume you'll start tracking and stuff. Can you make me a tracking check?
I certainly can. I'll spend 4 luck to make that good.
Okay. So you go and you start tracking, and you don't really find any like animal prints. But as you start going, you notice that you're seeing your own footsteps. And you go, and a little bit later, a couple 100 feet later, you see your own footsteps. And as you pause and look around you, you look, and this all looks the same as it did a couple 100 feet ago. It appears as if you're not really. You go a couple 100 feet and you end up back where you started.
I'll try heading south. I'm not a quitter.
Okay. Can you make me another tracking check?
Certainly can. Oh, I'll spend another 1 luck to make that good.
I feel that your tracking checks are just to use spending luck.
That's
No.
like you'd think with 70 and a skill.
Yeah. So as you go south, you start going, and again, you don't really find any, like there's birds and everything around, but this is small game. You're used to much larger game, right? And you start walking, and as you walk, you notice a building in the distance. Would you keep walking towards this building?
I'd probably pull a scope out of my bag. It's not something I would have shown the others because it's not the sort of thing that a regular hunter might have. But I'd just pull the scope out and use that to survey the building from a distance.
So as you pull your scope out and look through it, you see a sign, and this looks like the back of a building, but there's still a sign, and the sign says, School of Completely Normal.
And Completely Normal was north, right?
Completely Normal was north. And if you look at the map, which I have right here. So you're south, the school's at the north part of the town. And yeah, so the town is north, and then the school is at the north part of the town.
I think Scott will move maybe about 80 yards north again, so that the building leaves his vision. until he's right on the edge of how far he thinks he can go, or maybe even where he thinks it's going to start changing over or whatever's happening. And about that point, he'll get up a tree and start being real quiet, just to see if any game comes in or out.
Okay.
He'll try and do it somewhere near, like, if he can see, like, a lot of animals have paths to go to water or something like that. He'll look for something like that and try and do it somewhat intelligently.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. And if you don't mind, on that note, I'm gonna leave Scott there.
Totally fine. Can I make a sanity check?
Oh, absolutely, make a sanity check.
B, this first one I succeeded.
Barely succeeded.
Okay, in that case, I think this is kind of what Scott expected.
Okay, yeah, because he kind of went through something like this before, with the whole house and everything. Again, not the worst thing not the like most out there thing that's happened to him since he's been in this town.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why. I just muted myself and I have no idea why. So going back to our fine folk back at the butcher. What are you all doing now? Where are we headed?
I think we're headed to the library now.
Library. I think that was.
Give it a try. If it's 10:30 a.m. for them, the library should be open.
And if it's not, we can break in. I mean,
That's always an option, but we'll save that one for last, just in case.
yeah, no, okay.
And by the way, Lionel, thank you for cooking. It was delicious.
Oh yeah.
I didn't eat that much of it because I was still eating when we debated your age. I lost my appetite a little.
Well, I'm sure there's more. I can always. Are we left yet?
We're walking and talking again.
Real quick. Sorry, there's pounding outside of my apartment. As you step outside, it is light, like as if it was the morning. But you can go on with what you were saying. I just wanted to let you guys know what it looked like outside.
If it's
I was just going to
light.
say, Lionel, you know what we're going to ask you.
Yes.
What's the time and date on your flip phone?
What does your phone say?
What does your phone say?
As you pull out your phone, as you go to reach your phone, you notice that it's not a flip phone anymore. And it's your regular phone. As you pull it out and turn it on, or wake it up, it says 9 a.m. on September 20th, 2025.
It's tomorrow.
Turning on my phone.
Tomorrow?
I'm turning on my phone.
And yeah, I will pull out my phone as well.
Same.
Please work.
You pull out your phones, and your phones are fine. They're fully charged. They're on. Like, you don't even have to turn it on. You just have to wake it up, and it's on.
I am happy and scared at the same time, guys. My phone seems to work and says the same time as Lionel's. What the hell?
I'm not listening. I'm Googling car rentals nearby.
So when you
Fuck this mystery, I'm leaving.
When you pull out your phone and you go to open Google, you get a page and it says, "Welcome to Completely Normal." There's no search bar. There's no address bar. There's no way to type anything in your web browser.
Can I try to send?
Oh,
This
no.
is far more upsetting than many of the other things you've shown me.
Do you need a sanity check?
I do. I really do. I'm gonna roll a sanity check. 'Cause you're fucking with my phone again.
And are you guys walking as you're checking your phones and everything?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still moving towards the library.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I was
Can I
even-
try to send a text message real quick, or just see if anything sends?
And it sends.
I was gonna be like 1
Okay.
second because I wanted to lock up the shop, but wanted to check up on one thing before I locked up.
Okay.
We would wait for him probably outside.
I want to go check the aging room to see if those frozen steaks were still cut out of that piece of beef that shouldn't have been.
Okay. Yeah, so you go in, and I'm not going to make you roll for this because you know your meats pretty well. The meat looks untouched. So it had yet to have been cut.
All right. So now lock everything up before handing out then.
Okay.
On my phone, I would look for the first picture I took at the train station when we left with my phone. Is it still on there?
Yep. It's still there.
Okay.
Well, this is weird.
It is.
Like everything else that's been weird, but this is extra weird. At least you can text. I just sent, and it seems to have gone through. So, I mean, if you have to call anybody for any reason, maybe now's the time.
If it's the next day, since we've been doing all this time stuff, has my farmer's market setup been torn down? Just,
Yeah. All the farmers market stuff has been torn down. Your stuff looks to have been put away. Which isn't that abnormal because like you've asked people to like help you like tear down and like put stuff away before. And you just figure that probably the scented candle guy or somebody else who had a nearby booth like saw that you were gone and just kind of like took the liberty to put your stuff away for you. Just not anything weird, just like out of the kindness of their hearts. I hate that phrase. Just out of them liking you. Is there
Are
anything
we
else?
almost- I was just gonna say, are we almost at the library by now?
Yeah, sure. You're almost at the library.
Before we are there, I will try again from my phone to call my colleague. Same trick again. Trying Chris. Seeing if he answers. Although it should be afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, morning. It should be afternoon, evening, right?
Mhm.
Ish. So you call. It rings. It rings again. And the same guy picks up. Hello. And again, this is the same voice that you heard last time you tried to call out.
I will just hang up.
How rude.
Yeah, she's just like I'm done with being nice, and she will just tell the others. Still can't call outside. It's again the sheriff's office.
I was also thinking this because it is September and we're going towards the library, so I assume like it's by the school. Does it look like school's in session? Like, are there kids going to school? Does it seem like the normal hustle and bustle, or is it kind of like weirdly ominous around where we are?
There's not that many kids. Like, this is a school that maybe has like 30 kids overall, right? Because this is a town of maybe 100 people. It's a very small town. But yeah, so everything is like opened up normal. There are a couple kids in school. 30 is probably actually too many kids. That's probably a very overestimate. It's probably like 10 kids in school, honestly. And but they seem to be there. And yeah, everything seems, completely normal.
Well, I mean, at least everything seems back to normal as it could be, but at least we know that the loop isn't forever, or the loop, it has a loophole.
The loop has extended by a day, and we are gonna end up back on the 18th again. Sammy, you point on your wondrous map. Which one of the buildings that hasn't been drawn yet is the library?
So, if we look to the wondrous map that Sam did not just like immediately make because her people were asking her,
I was very confused about where we were going.
the library's here. So that would be to the west, I believe.
That would be.
Oh, sorry, the
If
east.
Scott's Lodge is to the south, then the library is east.
Yeah, east. That was my bad. That was me not flipping my compass around in my mind.
Since I have redrawn your beautiful map into my notebook.
Yeah, it's probably much better than my map.
Keep track
So,
of it.
yeah. So something like that.
Okay.
I will upload this.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's supposed to be on this side. I'm sorry. Wait.
How can I keep track of things if you keep doing this to me?
You can't ask me this stuff on the fly. There
Not
you
only
go.
are our fantasy space and time corrupted, but now the real space and
I
time.
know. I'm trying to keep track of time and space fuckery with people who don't remember their time and space fuckery.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I don't blame you. I have priorities. Anyway, okay, I will white out this now. So you guys enter the as you guys get to the library, is there anything else you wanted to do on your way to the library?
I want to see if I noticed any landmarks from the picture on the way.
Yeah, so nobody ever asked me where the picture was taken. The picture was taken at the school. Like in front of the school. It's almost as if I love having this map actually.
Aren't maps amazing?
You were right here. And so the people were probably right here. The fire was somewhere back here.
Oh.
Visual aid.
Does
yeah.
Lionel like break off and stop and gawk? Do we notice?
I mean, you guys all knew that this is where the picture was taken, but yeah,
We don't know about the fire.
That's yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen the fire, or at least taken the time to look at the photo to see the fire.
Well,
Yeah.
we didn't make our checks
I'm the only one who knows
to
about
see the
fire.
fire. He's the only one who got extremely lucky. Do we want to? No, I'm still gonna go to the library.
Okay.
While we walk, I will take a few pictures of the town, just like on my camera, not on my phone, on my camera.
Okay. And I believe you had one other photo on your camera that you took before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So, as you guys get up to the library, we will pan back to Scott. Scott, you do notice that. Sorry, I just saw your message.
Yeah, I didn't put that one in Twitch chat. It's a bit too risky.
Yeah, I get it. So as you do notice, like, you stayed here through the night. The night does seem shorter than normal, but you also don't know like how late it was when you got out here, like, but it has turned from dark to morning. And as it turns to morning, you're probably up near a watering hole, and you see a couple of deer and buck. What are male deer called? Are they bucks? I don't know. Female and male deer. Thank you.
Did
Sam
you
doesn't
just
know
assume their gender?
And so you see a couple come up to the watering hole, not noticing. you. Did you want to do anything, or?
I'll wait until they're relaxed by the river,
Okay.
and then I think I'll shoot the buck.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and make me, I believe it would be a firearms R/S roll? I believe this is how, unless I'm very wrong about how I could be. We're playing this how Sam wants to play with combat. Oh, or I'm sorry, you could just put it, make the roll next to your gun, your weapon. I apologize. I didn't scroll that far.
I mean,
that's fine.
I did that. Is that okay?
Yep, totally fine. And you can go ahead and roll the damage that I've never done combat in Cthulhu, and so well, there you go.
Well,
there you go, 10 damage. 10 damages. Wow. That you got, like, you probably hit, like, right.
Heart shot, not damaging
right in
the pelt. Yeah.
Yeah, and just perfect, clean shot. Like, you got this. Like, you've done this before. You totally got this. And of course, as you hit the one and it falls over, the others, right, scurry off. Did you want to try to hit one of them as well, or did you want to?
No, I'm not greedy.
Okay.
I'll take that one back to town. We'll see how this meat lasts the night. That's that I was about to say that's Scott's thinking, but that's Scott's desperate clinging to some form of thought that might make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like his last, like, yeah, at least with all the other stuff that's going on, at least he still has this, right? Yeah, I get that. Okay, and so you make your way back to town?
Yeah, I'll make my way to town. Yeah.
Do you, because you know that you're supposed to be south of town, so would you head north to get into town?
Do you know what?
Or would you try to go that?
I think on a whim, Scott would just walk in any direction.
Okay.
Like, he would just, kind of like just turn about and just start walking. He hasn't chosen, but he knows he ends up heading northeast.
Okay, perfect. Yep. And you'll eventually get into town. And we will get to that in a moment. So as the rest of you approach the library, it is open. You guys can just walk in if you wanted to.
I'm a little disappointed, but sure.
I mean, it's 9 a.m. The library is definitely going to be open at 9 a.m. on a Monday.
Yep.
Like I said, a little disappointed. We'll walk in.
Is this like an updated library, or do they like still use like microfiche and all that stuff?
No, this is a very updated library. And Lionel, can you roll me an intelligence check, actually, or actually a history or intelligence? I don't care which one you want to roll.
Let's see. History's at 5, so not that. There we go.
Perfect. So you know that the library is very important to this community. In fact, you know that the mayor of this town is the librarian. I really wanted to name the librarian Marion the librarian, and Kelly vetoed this idea. She did not find it as hilarious as I did. I just want to put that out there.
That's so good. That's so good.
What's her actual?
Her name is... Oh no. I gotta flip through pages. Her name is Hannah.
Can you hold the rest of your notes up a little more?
I mean, this is what I held up. Was
Oh.
that.
I was hoping for more.
Nope.
Hannah.
I guess one thing
Hannah.
about right.
The
Okay. I'll tell you one. So Hannah's a librarian, and she's also the mayor of the town. So
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, this...
How long
this
has she been the mayor? Forever.
But seriously, like, for as long as you can remember, she has been the mayor of this town.
About how old is she?
Old.
32 forever.
Yeah, 32. No, she's like 70 something, 80 something. Like, she's old. Where did my pen go?
Okay, that's what I want to know. Was like how old she was.
Yeah, and so as you guys walk in to the to the library, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my joke from earlier about Mary and the librarian. It's just so funny. Anyway, you go in and you're immediately greeted by Hannah. And she says, hello, Lionel. Is there anything I can help you with? I haven't seen you in here in quite a while.
Yeah, no, we were just kind of we're just doing some research. Do you have like photos and events from around, say, 2005? Did we keep track of that of the town from back then?
I think we had something. We have our records room beneath the in the basement. Did you want to go check it out?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can check it out. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Is there anything you...
I wanted to look up the history of the school, but
Oh, the school. Okay, yeah, I think we should have something about that. In fact, this is where we keep all the school records. Ever since the whole, this fire that happened at the school. They had to move everything here because it wasn't safe to keep it all there.
What fire are you talking about? I'm sorry, I'm just curious to learn things about the town, and fire seems to be a thing happening.
Oh, yeah. There was a fire about, 20 odd years ago that happened, and folks seem to have forgotten about it, though. I think because it kind of happened and then everything went back to normal, so people just assumed it wasn't anything big. But there was a fire, and kind of one of the classrooms burnt down, and unfortunately it was the classroom next to where all the records were held. It was room 1, and everything kind of got burnt down from that. A lot of our records were lost.
Was anyone harmed, or was it just I'm sorry to say, just rooms, papers?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was answering the question of what song this is in chat.
If anyone got harmed, or if just...
No, it was just the paper. It was just structural damage and some of the records being lost. No, luckily enough, though it happened at night. There was nobody there, so.
While they're talking, can I start wandering towards the record room?
So the record room is locked.
Boring.
You can walk towards it, but It is locked. And actually, as you all are walking towards there, can you all make me a spot hidden check? Oh my gosh! How did you all... Okay. Well, Crystal and Carmen, as you look, you can see that one of these tables, at one of these tables that you're passing, there's a spot that's like a lot more worn than all the other spots. Kind of like some, it has, what's it called? Like rubbing. Like you can see that like books have been placed and rubbed. You know how laminated wood gets that weird little thing on it when you... I think you guys get what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I'm great at describing things. And Talia, as you look, and you were kind of ahead, so you kind of got a closer look at this. You see etched in this desk, it's very, very small, but the letters EAS are etched.
I will remember that.
Okay. Talia will remember.
Talia will remember this, especially since Lionel's last name also starts with an S. And so does Dr. Smith's. I need more red markers.
I don't like it one bit.
And
Didn't see shit. I'm just sort of glaring at you now.
And as you guys
What?
approach the record room, Hannah goes, turns the lock, and you guys enter into a dark room. She flips on the light switch, and we will go back to Mr. Scott Smith. And Scott, you enter on the east side of town. That was very much not deliberate. I
Hang on,
rolled
hang
a 1d4.
If I'm heading northeast,
Mhm.
I am actually heading southwest into town.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Scott's not even slightly phased. Scott walks into town and proceeds towards Lionel's shop.
Okay.
What sort
So-
of time of day does it feel like?
It feels like morning.
So it should be open then.
Yeah, that should be open. And you go to Lionel's shop, and it's locked.
Huh. Like with deer across shoulders. Now, am I in a different town? Have they disappeared? Are they somewhere else? They said they were going back to Lionel's. They definitely said they were going back to Lionel's. Ah, to hell with it. I'm gonna take the deer off of my shoulders and look around.
Okay.
Is there any are there any people around this time in the morning?
I mean, like, you kind of see a person here or there, that, like, they went in. The other shops seem to be open. Yeah.
Would I think it would be feasible that I could pick the lock without anyone spotting me?
Yeah, probably. Nobody seems to be paying you any attention or anything.
Then I will take my lockpicks and try and open the door.
Okay. And I believe that would be a locksmith check.
Ah, no, I didn't actually take any locksmith.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't break my
I
shop.
have to confess, when I made my character, I also assumed that I would be picking a lot of locks. So I put that on stealth because I didn't know what else it would be.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I didn't put much in stealth either. I mean, there's a
Oh,
1/5
okay.
chance, but...
I did a lot of stealth because I assumed it was doing sneaky shit like
No, I
picking a lock.
put it all in mechanical
amazing.
repair because that's definitely what my character's into. Yeah.
you know what? If you want to try to use your repair knowledge, because locks are mechanical devices.
Do you know what? I don't pick the lock at all. Yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna drill through the wood onto the catch.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop
Perfect.
destroying my shop.
I'll use 12 luck to make that a success.
Okay. Okay.
I come back to a broken door, I swear.
Like, yeah, I take the catch off with a drill and then unscrew the lock using a screwdriver. Just take it apart.
Yeah, and I think that you probably wouldn't break the lock, right? Like, seems fine. It's just not on the door anymore, right? The door is no longer locked.
Or
it's kinda
lockable
like
because
the
I've
whole-
removed it. Like I've completely...
Yeah, there's like where the lock is supposed to be. There's the hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like, yeah. I'm imagining he doesn't care to put it back on, right?
And I'll call out in the house. Hello, anyone there? Hello?
Can you make me a listen check?
Hope there's a listen check I want to fail.
Maybe. You don't hear anything.
Well, no one's here. Maybe they haven't disappeared. I'd be illogical or crazy to assume just because they're not what I think they'd be that they wouldn't be somewhere else. So, I will take my time. I'll wait here because they're bound to come back here. I'm gonna go back to one of the tables and start skinning and preparing the deer.
Perfect. Do I want you to make a check for this? No, do you want to make a check? I'm glad to give it to you,
I mean,
but if you want to make a check, I will.
let's have a look. I mean, why not? Why don't we make a tracking check? Can we make it part of
Yeah.
tracking? Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Like, then
No, yeah.
I think it'd be like, yeah, because I've got a good chance of succeeding on that. I'm not the best. I'm not exactly a butcher. I'm not like Lionel, who's been doing this all his life, but I know how to cut up an animal.
Yeah, you've got the like basics down. It's not pretty, but you're skinning it and everything. Yeah, totally fine. Okay, and I imagine that would probably take you quite some time to do for a deer, and that's probably the way that you're passing time.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay, perfect. On that, I will pan back over to our lovely library folks who have now entered the record room. And as you go in, Hannah goes to this. There's a bunch of filing cabinets. She seems to know exactly which one to go to, and kind of opens it up and says, "So what exactly did you guys want to see the records for?"
I just want to look at the yearbooks for now.
Okay. What? There's only one school, so there's only one yearbook. It's almost like a magazine. Like, it's very small.
Mhm.
She hands it to you, and she says, "Here you go."
Thank you. Can you flip to the 2005 year?
I mean, yeah. So it's the yearbook for 2005. Because I think you already told her. I'm pretty sure you already told her you wanted 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wants to know if the girl's in there. I want to know if the girl's in there.
Can you all make me spot hidden checks if you are looking in this yearbook?
Oh, I am all up in Lionel's aura to try and read over her shoulder for that book.
Crystal would ask if in parallel she could look at newspaper articles around the same time well, basically our year 2005.
You want newspaper articles, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And she pulls out one article. And this article just says school fire set. And it kind of just the same details that she gave you.
Yeah, just normal newspapers around the same time or the year of 2005. I would just like to scroll through and see what happened in this town.
No, with the amount of stuff that doesn't happen, it's kind of pointless to keep newspaper articles around. We just kind of keep track of the big things that happen. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No, yeah, no problem. So for all of you that are looking through this what's it called? Yearbook. I will also point out for the 50-50 dice, if it's okay with you guys, I will probably call that for the player that it was given to. If that's okay. I just saw that you had that wild, and so I wanted to kind of point that out. If you want to, so the way I'm interpreting those die is that it is one of those things that you do that's kind of like crazy. You have a very low chance of succeeding, and so if you succeed, like it's one of those things where you're either going to succeed very well or you're going to fail very hard. If you find yourself in one of those situations, you can call for it, but I feel like I can also call for it if you guys are all okay with that. Okay, perfect. I think I forgot to say that to you guys before, and so I'm going to go back to the story now. As you guys are looking through this,
Because we have an article in a yearbook.
Article only Crystal was looking at.
And
the
Carmen.
yearbook, everybody. Oh, Carmen, were you also looking at the article?
Yeah,
I thought you were looking at.
I was going
okay.
to interject when it was appropriate, but I'm also with Crystal, kind of looking at that article.
Oh, I see. I just saw
It's
that.
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So you see the same thing, right? That you read the same thing that she read, unless there was something else that you wanted to look for in that article, but I don't know that there's. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of just the same like details. Nothing really added. There's a picture of the like burnt classroom and everything. It's kind of it.
Did it say anything about how the fire started, or that there just was a fire that started?
Just that there was a fire that was started. So for the people looking at the yearbook, Lionel, you don't really see too much. This yearbook is actually a little burnt. It was part of the school records. But out of this yearbook, Tali, you notice that as soon when Lionel picks it up, there's a piece of paper that falls out. And on this paper, it says permanent record, and it's very, very charred, right? You can deduce this was one of the things that got burnt in this fire. And it has the letter E. After that, it's kind of very ashy and sooty, right? You can't really tell what it says. But it says in the like record box thing, like where they keep track of everything. It says quiet most of the time, doesn't seem to want to make friends. Possibly have to, and in different writing, it says possibly has to do with separation of parents. Should probably get counseling. And then back in the original handwriting, it says seems to care more about books than about having interacting with other children.
I so understand her.
Yes, she's way too relatable.
I know, right? Who needs other children when you have books?
Mm-hmm.
We found a bunch of books in her bedroom, so that makes perfect sense. Didn't we take the Alice in Wonderland book? I mean, didn't Carmen take the Alice in Wonderland book? I didn't.
I did.
Any books?
And I didn't look at it. I just pocketed it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is going in my back pocket.
Okay. And as you guys flip through the yearbook, I assume you're probably not telling anybody about this.
And not
I
at this
feel like.
particular point in time. This is going to wait when we're away from Hannah, and then I'm also going to tell them about the desk, but not now.
Okay. And as you guys are flipping through the book, a lot of these pictures are burned, but you do see like her name is there, like, you know, in the school pictures, like everybody's right pictured. You see her name's like obviously there. It starts with an E. You've seen this many times before. And it's that same picture of that same little girl.
It doesn't have the full name, just says E.
I mean, this is a burned yearbook, so it does not have the full name. It did have the full name. The full name is not, right? It's burned.
Right.
Yeah.
We're in. Is this the room with only the school records, or are there general records?
There's general records.
They're like a completely normal only phone book or phone directory.
Sure.
Sure. I'd like to flip to the S pages, please.
Okay. Oh yes. Did you have something to say? Why not?
Is the library also where they have City Hall records, or is that? Do I actually have to go like City Hall for that kind of thing?
I'll say the library kind of seems like this record room is all metal, right? It's locked. This is where they keep, after that like school incident happened, you know that this is kind of where they keep everything now. This is kind of their like one place.
We're calling
so
it
while
an
they're
incident now.
But yeah, so they would have City Hall records. Talia, the S pages seem to be missing.
Of course they are.
Anything else?
Well,
Was
there's
it, were there...
City Hall records.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if at some point Lionel was married and got divorced?
You check the records. You find the records of Lionel Shanks, and he's been single, as far as you can tell. There's no divorce or marriage records.
What about the Doctor and Dr. Smith?
Are you checking to see if they're married? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
You find their records as well, and they don't seem to have ever gotten married. And as you're looking through this, can you all make me a spot hidden check?
All?
Sorry, not you, Scott. I apologize.
You don't need to apologize.
I'm gonna spend 1 luck to make that
Where are you
extreme.
at? Okay. And the only person Oh, you guys made this so difficult. Okay. So you guys are going through these records, and Carmen, you see the name Amelia show up in some of these records. Just passing by the name Amelia.
I think I might have something. Does the name Amelia sound familiar to you, Loino? Amelia, you said Shallot? Shallow? Something like that?
No, I can't seem to remember an Amelia. Is there anything that says anything about her?
Well, her name keeps coming up in the records, and we're looking for someone named E, and if her name starts with S as well, maybe this is who we're looking for, or at least maybe this girl's mom or sister or somebody she's related to, if not her.
Amalia with an A. I will point out the letters were E-A-S. So middle names are good as well.
And Loinel, you will notice that there are a couple more very, it's hard to find these pictures, but there are a couple more pictures of this this fire that happened. And in each of these pictures, or like the fire or the aftermath, why does everybody have the name Amelia associated with them? Oh my gosh.
Did you not read my background? Did you not know that was my middle name?
I mean, there are things that I know and there are things that I don't know. I may or may not have gone through and read your guys' backgrounds.
Yeah, for people who are wondering what the hell's going on, Thalia, who is not actually called Thalia, has a lot of middle names because she's from rich people stock, and one of her middle names is Amelia, or Amalia, as the Dutch would say.
Maybe there's a connection. Nobody knows.
It was me all along.
Except I know. I definitely know all the connections. Lionel, as you're looking through these, you do notice that this little girl seems to be in every one of these pictures that has the fire. Oddly enough, she's not in the newspaper article picture, but in like you can see these like again, these are very, very difficult to find. But in these other pictures, like there's maybe one or two, and she's in both of them, and they're like little Polaroid like pictures and stuff.
And they're all around the school.
Yeah, just like some like either like the classroom in flames, and there's a bunch of people in the picture, like looking it, and she's in that picture. She just so happens to be in the other picture, looking on to when it was burnt down as well.
What's her expression in these pictures?
It's a blank expression.
Okay.
But yeah, you had to dig through a lot of like these were buried.
All right. These pictures I will show to the group. So
I'm sorry. Is this creeping anybody else out?
I mean, it's more than just that one picture, so we know she's been around town.
Okay. Still creepy. I mean, it was back in 2005, and theoretically, you were 12 in 2005. Weren't you at school here?
I guess it is my name in the yearbook.
No.
Are you sure you even grew up here? I mean, that it's semi-offensive to ask, but what were you doing when you were 12 if you weren't at school?
But I did go to school here.
In juvie for setting fires.
What?
Nothing at all.
Is everything okay with you, Talia? You seem to have a lot of issues going on.
Well, there's a girl who's, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do this in front of her high ladyship librarian mayor.
Oh, Hannah, she's heard everything.
I don't think she has.
She knows everything about the town. There's nothing she doesn't know.
Well, if that's the case, Hannah, may I call you Hannah? It feels wrong to call you Hannah. Ma'am, please. Can you tell me about Lionel when he went to school here and the building partly burned down?
Lionel didn't go to school here. Lionel showed up here probably about, I don't know, back in like 2005 or so.
He just... I know this is an extremely weird question, but my aunt and I are here ghost hunting through America. Did he show up
Why
here
are you
as
ghost hunting here? This isn't there's no
Oh, honestly, the train broke down.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems to happen.
Yeah. So I've decided that maybe Lionel is the most interesting thing here. What did he look like he does now when he showed up? Like a 32-ish
Yeah.
hunka butcher?
Yeah.
What do you mean I didn't go to school here?
No, you didn't go to school.
I grew up here.
I mean, I don't remember you, Lionel. I remember everybody.
When she says that, can I show her or like grab one of the pictures from Lionel and ask who the little girl is then? Just be like, do you recognize her then? Tell us who that might be.
You know, I do remember. She's the one person that she I seem that I have a lot of memories of her. I don't quite remember her name though, but yeah,
It starts with an E, if that helps.
No, that doesn't help at all. I'm sorry.
I tried.
But you know, I do remember she was quite a troubled little girl. Her parents got divorced, and she kind of, I think there was some more trauma that was possibly not told to the rest of us. Yeah, she was an awfully quiet kid, and it's sad that they've always suspected her of setting that fire.
Do you know if she passed away or if she grew up and moved? Does she still live here by chance?
I'm not entirely sure. I know she grew up. She definitely didn't pass away, but as far as I know, she should be around here somewhere.
Who were her parents?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It was this quiet couple. They didn't really talk much.
Do they still live here? Or one of them?
I think the father might have moved away recently. The mother's been out of the picture for quite some time.
So, I'm very interested right now. This school fire that she's suspected of,
Yeah,
but never proven.
correct.
This was 2005.
Yes.
And after the fire, did she die in the fire? She said no one was harmed. Did she move away? Was she allowed to continue going to school here?
I think they that she had to go see a therapist. I remember that that was one of the stipulations that she had to stay in school. I don't know if stipulation is the right word. She had to go to therapy and kind of talk to somebody about this.
But if she went to therapy, she could stay in school?
Yeah, they kind of
So
just
she graduated from here?
yeah.
And then she went where?
She went off to college.
Off to college. Which was when?
Oh gosh. Hold on.
More math.
Yep, I gotta think. Oh my gosh, I can't. 2015.
2015.
Well, I mean, you saw her grow up, though, right? Like, you saw her get older, you saw her go off to college and what she looked like when she was older, correct?
Yeah.
Could you give us a rough description of maybe how tall she is now, just in case we happen to see her around town or anything like that?
Yeah, she's probably like your average height. I think average height is about 5'5" for a female in America. I think so. So she's about 5'5". She looks like this but older. Long blonde hair still. Glasses.
That's definitely good to know.
Out of character. Oh gosh, what is the person's name? Or out of, if you guys have seen Big Hero 6, something Lemon. Lemon, is that her name?
Honey Lemon?
Oh gosh. Yes, Honey Lemon is kind of how you can imagine her. I think.
So, how much does Carmen look like Honey Lemon?
Oh, so no glasses. Not at all. I don't think.
Just checking.
Not that I know.
Also, out of character question, I looked up Lionel's records before to see if he got married. I kind of assumed I also found a birth certificate, but then obviously I didn't. Or
there was no birth certificate.
No, there's just like he moved here.
Yeah, like so his records are kind of like his father did own the business when he moved here. I don't know if you told me what happened to your father, Lionel, if he just retired or if he passed away or something. But
yeah, kind of had a heart attack. Now he's retired.
Yeah, so he's retired. Lionel took over the business. That's kind of like Lionel's residency. That is kind of what the records are of. Sorry if that was a secret or something. I don't think it was, but I apologize. if it was.
I'm just gonna glare at Lionel even harder now. Lying liar. Are there? I don't think it's the proper word. Death certificates.
Yeah, there's death certificates. Whose are you looking for?
Lionel's?
No. There's no death certificate on Lionel.
All death certificates in 2015. No, 2005.
There's
2005.
no deaths in 2005.
That is blatantly unlikely. Thank you.
Wait,
You
so
also have to remember, this is a town of less than 100 people.
Yeah, so not every year someone dies.
Yeah.
so do I remember going to school here? Because
Yeah.
Now, do you have any picture proof that you went to school here? I know that's maybe a little hard to conjure up at the moment, but do you remember being in any pictures? Do you remember taking a yearbook picture? Or any pictures from when you were
I mean,
supposedly 12?
my parents would probably have them if there should be some. I mean, there has to be, right?
Would I have seen any in those photo albums that we went through at his house? Like
Yeah.
any pictures of him being a child at all?
We see anything there?
See, because I know I went to school here, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I know you said you went to college, obviously out of town. Where did you go to college? Was it out of state or just a little ways away?
And at this time, Lionel, your phone starts to vibrate or ring. I don't know if you would have it on vibrate or ring, but whatever setting you have it on, your phone starts ringing.
Right. I don't have it on vibrate, but I think or I have it on vibrate. Lionel would definitely have it ring because he's in the shop all the time.
Okay.
So
ring a ding 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 ding. Sorry.
Oh God, did you just do Crazy Frog?
Oh, I absolutely did.
Oh, okay. Talia's fine. Anique needs a sanity check if you're gonna sing that song. Just please don't.
But yeah, so your phone rings. I don't know if you answered or not.
yeah, I'll check my phone.
So it's actually like somebody's calling you, and it is Dr. Smith that's calling you. It'll say Dr. Smith, MD.
Like Dr. Smith is calling me.
Put it on speaker. It's about Mark.
Put it on speaker. I want to see if Mark's okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll set it on the table and put it on speaker. It's like, hey, Dr. Smith, you calling me about Mark?
Yes. Lionel, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I had Mark. He was here last night. I went to bed. I need to sleep sometime, and I woke up and I went to check on him this morning, and he was suffocated. He
What?
suffocated. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He's no longer here. I'm sorry. I tried everything I can. He seemed to be doing better. He was gonna get out of his coma, I think, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't want to sound crazy, but I think somebody broke in.
What?
Doctor, I'm sorry. Lionel opened the line waiting for all of us to listen to. Do you have Mark's body still there?
Yeah, it's still here. I was gonna go and send it off to the county hospital, but I
Would you mind keeping it there for just a tiny bit longer? I would like to have a look at him because that's my job. So maybe I can find something that would explain it.
That's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, but can you guys get here like kind of soon? Just because I have patients to see. I don't have many waiting rooms.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you just find him or like around what time did you find him?
I mean, it's only like 9:10 right now, Lionel. 9:30. It's probably 9:30. Don't come at me for my lack of sense of
I was
time.
going to say fastest record search ever.
Because what time did Scott leave us at?
Scott left you guys last night, probably around 11 or so.
Right.
11 a.m.
Right, and we know that Scott gets contracts.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if there's any. Yeah, so he just says, yeah, if you guys can hurry up. I have patients I need to see though. I'm sorry, I need to go. Just when you get here, let me know. Hopefully I'm not with somebody, but just let me know and I can show you. I can show you Mark's body.
Is he gonna be at your place or the mortuary?
My place. The mortuary is you would know this actually. The mortuary is because you're such a small town, whenever somebody dies, you have to send it off to the county, like a county hospital. So it would take a couple of hours to get there, or like an hour or so to get there. So but yeah, he just says, yeah, it's gonna be here. I'll keep it here for you guys. But yeah, just please, I don't want to have to look at this more than I already am.
A squeamish doctor? What the fuck's wrong with this town?
He doesn't like dead bodies.
I will be there.
How did he make it through med school? Sorry. We'll go save the doctor.
I will. We are close by. Town is small. We will be, or at least I will be over soon. No worries. Thank you for the call.
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Do you have more you want to check here? If not, I will move over alone.
I know. If you guys want to keep looking, you can. I'm gonna go ahead over and say bye to Mark.
Well, I feel like we might have found everything that we could here. Maybe we all should go over there just to stay safe and stay together. I don't think splitting up too far is a good idea, especially if Scott's still not back.
I was gonna say Scott knew to ring the butcher shop, but our cell phones are working again and we don't have his number and he doesn't have ours.
Well, maybe we should circle back to the butcher shop, or at least one or two of us, to grab him and then go meet the rest at Dr. Smith's, or at least try to find him while we walk there.
I gave Scott my number.
But
He has my number.
you give him the butcher shop number, right?
Yeah.
Not the cell number.
Because one
of the reasons I was kicking myself. Exactly. How about Crystal and Lionel head to see Mark, and Carmen and I go see if we can grab Scott?
Sounds fair enough to me.
Yeah, let's do that, and then you can join us at the doctor's. Just don't please visit the head shrink, Dr. Smith, again, please.
I don't know, maybe if you knock and make an appointment, you don't get sucked into an alternate dimension.
Just don't try it.
I'd never.
So if you guys are gonna go grab Scott, you should just be careful, okay? I don't know what's going on, and
Lionel, I appreciate the concern, but you sound like my aunt.
No, maybe you should listen to her.
That's an entirely foreign concept. Anyway, Carmen and I are off. Bye, guys.
Before they run off, she would Crystal would lead into Carmen. Please look out for Talia, and please don't let her steal anything. She has a finger for things. Just to have, please.
She likes to take the 5-finger discount.
Yeah, she's a tricky one. Good one, but well, teenager.
Understood. Absolutely. Not a problem.
So much. And yeah, then let's go.
All right. So,
Okay.
Talia and I are going to go to the butcher shop and try to find Scott, while Crystal and Lionel go to Dr. Smith's, and then we're gonna meet up with them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming you guys, say bye to Hannah or whatever. That's fine. Yeah, so you guys go, and you guys will, Talia and Carmen will get up to Loinel's shop, and you will see, as soon as you walk up, you will see that the lock on the door is gone. And if you look,
Carmen.
I'm gonna, from inside my jacket, just take out my little handgun and just kind of hold it before we go inside.
I'll just
Push
step
off for a second.
I'll push open the door. You keep it covered. That worked when we went into the bathroom.
You got it. Let's do it again.
and facing you guys is a figure that seems to be skinning some deer.
Does it have a lot of tattoos, and is it very attractive?
Yeah, it's a very, very handsome man.
Yeah, Scott would almost certainly have not wanted to get his...
baby!
Scott wouldn't have wanted to get his shirt dirty either, so he would have taken his shirt off. He's only got the one, so he'd just be wearing one of the butcher's aprons. So you'd just kind of see his back to you, I guess. He's ripped.
I'm sure it's a very ripped back. I'm just gonna go to Carmen to go. Let me just enjoy the view here.
I'm gonna say I quietly put my handgun back and just smile for a moment and then go up. Hey Scott, what you doing?
Scott will turn jumping, not used to having people be able to sneak up on him. His hand half goes to his hip before he realizes who it is. Oh, hey, whew, I wasn't expecting you guys to sneak up on me like that. I caught a deer. I can't leave.
I see that. So you just did you break in? Was that you who took off the lock?
Yeah, the door was locked. You guys said you'd be coming here, and I didn't know where else to wait, so...
You took the lock off. You can just pick those things.
Maybe you can.
Well, at least it's not broken. Hopefully not. I don't think Lionel would be too pleased with that, but
I mean, I only drilled one problematic hole. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, we were here for a while, and we searched both upstairs and downstairs. Lionel cooked, so I know you're doing your deer thing, but if you're hungry, there's probably some leftover pasta. And then we actually went to the library, and we found a decent amount of stuff there. If you want to take a break from what you're doing, if that's possible, we're actually on our way to Dr. Smith's. There was some issues going on with Mark.
And by issues, she means he died because someone broke in and potentially suffocated him to death.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, this is just about ready to hang. Hang on, let me hang it up. And I'll go and hang the deer on one of the hooks that's free.
While he's hanging the deer, I mean, it's a shame Lionel and... No, it's a shame Carmen isn't here, but I'm okay with Lionel not being here. I'll tell the two of you about how I saw the letters EAS scratched into a desk and how I found the permanent record of the person who is apparently who doesn't want friends and who cares more about books, and all of the stuff we found in the library. I'll fill Scott in.
That's real weird. Keeper, does this sound familiar to me as well?
Which part? The record stuff?
Yeah, the kid that's...
Yeah. You immediately get a pit in your stomach.
This is all feeling real familiar to me.
Familiar? Are you... You're not from around here though, right? I mean...
No, I don't think I'm from around here.
You don't think? I mean, I feel like that's a question you could answer with some certainty.
At this point, are you not questioning your own sanity, Carmen?
To be fair, I do that more often now than I ever have, but at least I can say I know where I was from. At least I think I know where I was from. Now I'm even questioning my entire history of my own life.
Look, I remember the army. I remember I remember all sorts of things, but I don't remember this place. But I get a real familiar feeling whenever we talk about this girl or look at that house or.
Does the name Amelia ring a bell? I mean, does that ring any sort of person that you know or may have interacted with before?
I'm sorry, I was so lost in my own fault, sir. Can you say that again?
Do you know anybody named Amelia? Does that name ring a bell for you? That's the only name that we got out of the search at the library.
Keepers shaking their head, so I don't think I do recognize the name Amelia.
It seems a little familiar, but you can't place it.
Yes. Look, it kind of feels familiar, but it's not jumping out at me with bells on.
Question.
Okay, fair.
Keeper, ma'am. Does Scott wear a lot of plaid?
Scott, do you wear a lot of plaid?
Does he wear the kind of plaid we've been seeing in pictures a lot?
I didn't wear my cosplay this week because aircon.
It's
Hot as balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's... But yeah, normally he's wearing like a brown tan vest and a plaid shirt.
Plaid, huh? What was your last name again? Smith, right? With an S?
That's right, Scott Smith.
At this point, we will cut over to my nose. Sorry,
Yeah,
my nose
just
itched.
to finish off that scene, Scott will say that he's gonna go clean up and get dressed again, and probably offer Carmen and Talia some tongue if they want it. That's what he was snacking on.
Tongue. That sounds good.
I'll pass, but I appreciate the offer.
I will share a meaningful look with Carmen about Scott wearing a lot of plaid.
And thinking that Talia's interested in tongue, I'll slam the butcher knife down, cut off a small portion, and throw it at Talia.
I will catch this and snack on it.
And
can I eat it suggestively?
If you do, Scott's going off to get cleaned up, so...
I'll wait until you're back.
And on that note, we will go over to pan over to the doctor's office. And you guys enter the doctor's office. And I'm assuming you probably wait in the waiting room for a little bit until Dr. Smith comes out. Dr. Smith, MD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he comes out, and you can see he's very frazzled and kind of just like, oh, I'm so glad you guys showed up. Yes. I'm sorry, this has been a busy morning. Let's go in. Let's go in. And he leads you to the same room that you guys went to last time.
Before we go in, I'll turn to Lionel are you sure you really want to see his body? I'm used to that and I don't have a connection. Are you sure you want to do that to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, he was my friend.
Feel free to leave whenever you feel like.
Thanks, Crystal.
And let's follow.
Okay. So you go in and everything looks the same as it did yesterday. And Mark is there. Pale, cold, lifeless.
Are there any strange marks on Mark?
Nope. And because of your background, Crystal,
Gonna make a check.
Yeah.
Although I would probably wait until and shush Lionel out after he said basically like goodbye, and then
Okay.
try to dig a bit deeper.
Okay. Yeah. Then we can hold off on that. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can keep going. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, if I didn't see anything, notice anything, then I just probably just sit next to the bed and be like, "Hey, Mark. Sorry, I'm sorry I had to end this way. I guess I have no idea what's going on, but thanks for being my friend. I mean, you're always there when I needed you, and yeah. I think at that point, Lorna would just leave.
Okay. And would Lionel go out to the waiting room to wait?
He'd probably wait just outside the door.
Yeah.
If Crystal stayed in.
Yeah. So the way it is it's like there's no hallway or anything. It's like the door and then it's the waiting room and then like behind. There's multiple doors that lead to different rooms, and those are the patient rooms. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So okay.
Before Doctor, you said maybe someone broke in. Did you find anything?
I didn't find anything, but I mean, do you know how else somebody could just? I mean, you could check them out, right? You've dealt with stuff like this in the past, right?
I'm a pathologist, so yeah, I've seen crazy deaths.
Yeah. We don't get too many deaths around here, but I at least know that people don't just suffocate without anything. Like there was no the monitors and everything, because he was hooked up to like like hospital, like heart rate stuff. Monitors and everything, they never beeped like out of the ordinary, or nothing ever went off, and I had said it in case something like this happened.
It's definitely weird. I would just have a closer look. Feel free to go back to patients if you have them, and I would just want to have a look before you have to. I know you have to send them off then to the county hospital, but at least maybe we can see what happened.
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my patients. Just let me know when you're done, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. He walks out.
Then I would look around for instruments and have a closer look, inspecting the eyes, the throat, inside out, basically, or whatever I can find on whatever signs I know that usually shows suffocating, and any traces, because as the doctor said, you just don't stop being able to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to make a medicine check, or is there a special ability you have for this?
I made up another skill because it said basically as I could, and called it pathology. So
okay, yeah, good.
Ooh. Great.
I'm gonna use one of my rerolls and have you reroll that.
Thank you. It can't get worse. Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
there
funny.
we go.
Thank you so much. I don't want to destroy the body of Mark.
Yeah, just mangled. I mean, it wouldn't make sense at all for you to mangle it. So you
and
yes,
the heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a heart.
I will spend. Let's do math. 13 points, right? 13 points to make it extreme.
Okay. So me being Sam and not knowing a lot about this, I don't know what the signs would be, or if you could see the signs. I'm going to tell you though that she obviously suffocated. It looks almost like somebody put a he obviously suffocated. Like somebody put a pillow up to his face. Like that's kind of, you deduce that's the only way that he could have gone. Like maybe there was some pillow feathers or something happened. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can't tell this, but you can tell it.
I've been whispering at Vicky
Mm-hmm.
how she would be able to tell if someone suffocated him with a pillow. So she
Wait.
knows.
I know. So. Pillow. And I hate this music, just to say that.
I hate this track so much.
This track is the first one.
It makes me
I'm
want to claw my eardrums out.
God.
Oh.
I love this track.
I would just basically, turn around and could I have a look around in the room? Just if I can see any signs. Well, I guess he's lying on a pillow, so I would look at the pillow, for example, and then have a look around if there are any traces of someone breaking in and doing something they shouldn't.
Okay, yeah, so I imagine you kind of like gently like lift his head and like inspect the pillow a little bit, and you can see that there's like some like bite marks on the pillow, or like a struggle was obviously had with this pillow. Not bite marks, but like tears. That's what I and other than that though, you don't know how this person could have gotten in here. There's two doors, right? There's the patient door and then the door leading out.
Yep.
And that's kind of it. Everything looks all right. Like everything looks like it normally would. And actually, can you make me a spot hidden check? Yeah, and so you...
Would I see more if I spend 5 luck?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You can make it a hard success.
Yeah, I will spend 5 luck. Hard success.
As you're looking around, you notice that the front lock, so the one where patients would come in, it does seem a little bit broken. Like, you probably go and try to like kind of lock it a little bit, like to test it, and it doesn't move. Like it seems like somebody might have broken this lock, but there's other than you going and testing it, you probably would never seen this. Like on the outside, it looks normal. The only reason that you know is because you went and tested this out to kind of see.
I would put the pillow back, just under his head still, and I then would move to Lionel and share with him that he indeed was suffocated, and that I think at least we should call the police to check that up.
And while you were, before you go out, while you were in the room, Loinel, can you make me a spot hidden check, please?
Always with the spot hidden.
I love spot hidden and I love listen checks. Okay. Everything seems fine. you're waiting, and after probably about 10-15 minutes of you waiting, you see Talia, Carmen, and Scott enter. Unless there was something any of you guys wanted to do before you got there, aside from very suggestively eating a tongue.
I want to talk to Scott about what he did before everything and when he may have bothered a disturbed arsonist ghost girl.
Would it be okay if we didn't talk about that right now?
No.
Please?
Why?
It's difficult.
The world is falling apart. And you might have something to do with why.
We can't get out. We're trapped.
Yes. I assumed as much when I teleported from a front door into a back door. On the same day, I was reliving for a second time. What I want to be is not trapped here.
I want that so much.
Yes, I think you're involved in this. And even though you're very attractive, you're making me a little nervous. And I think it's time, like the rest of us, maybe you start sharing a little.
Maybe it's best if we just wait to share when we're all together and in a confined place. I don't think being out in public and screaming at each other is going to solve anything right now.
Not technically
But I
screaming.
do agree.
Fine.
I mean, I feel like you owe us some explanation, Scott, or something. I mean, both you and now Loinel are seemingly wrapped up in this. But let's wait until we get back to the shop. Let's go meet up with them first and see what's going on with Mark.
Can you all make me spot hidden checks?
I'll spend 1 luck to make it a success. God damn it.
And can you all make me listen checks?
This game is designed to make Scott burn through his luck as soon as you can. I don't know what little tab or tag mark Sammy activated.
Well, I'm not using luck on that one.
I would like to spend 3 luck to make my listen check a success.
I'll spend 7 to make it a hard success.
It is a hard success. You mean it?
Extreme success.
Okay. Well, as you guys are walking,
thank God the music changed.
I know this track. This is not a good change.
It's not evil Animal Crossing. It's a good change.
It's okay.
That reminds me, I need to talk to Alice about music. As you guys are walking, probably about when you get to the hotel, like when you're passing by the hotel, you notice another body on the ground laying there, and you hear a teenager this time that just says, "God damn it, why'd you make me do this? What did I do?" And Talia, this older voice sounds it sounds very similar to that younger voice that you've heard before.
Okay. I feel like I relate to her even more in this moment.
Oh, was Talia the only one that heard that? Never mind. You, the other two did not hear. Oh, no, Carmen heard that as well. Scott, you did not hear this.
Of course, why would I have done? You know.
Yeah.
Too busy brooding, Mr.
Me.
Good Guy. Sorry. I hear this, and I hear the voice, and I hear her say, "God damn it, why'd you make me do this?" And I relate to her even harder than I did when I found books and the permanent record. Am I the girl?
Can
Sorry.
you both make me
Sanity
a sanity check?
I was gonna say, would Talia make it kind of known or like have a physical reaction to hearing it? Like, would you move your head or look or something so that if I heard it too, I could ask you about it?
Oh yes, I'm also humming the creepy song.
Oh, I'm gonna use a. Oh no, we can't use rerolls on sanity, right?
You can use rerolls. You can't use your luck.
Okay, then I will do that. I'm gonna use a reroll.
I will not.
Okay. Talia, can you take 5 sanity damage?
This is less shock and more just joyfully descending into the madness.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of sink if I'm not in step with Talia and just kind of like tap her and lean in. Did you hear that too?
I heard the teenage version of the Amelia Smith.
I heard that too. Do you see anybody? Do you see her?
I saw a body.
I see the body, but I
don't see her. I
anything
don't
else.
believe. I'm pretty sure I didn't see her.
Scott, you didn't happen to hear a teenager, did you?
What now?
Did you hear a teenager? Somebody saying like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Why'd you make me do that?" You didn't hear that?
I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
Do you see the body? Please tell me you see the body.
I do see the body.
You all see the body.
Oh,
Well,
man.
you
Check
still-
out the body.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna make you guys roll for this. It's really obvious. There's a meat cleaver in the back of this person's spine. Like probably, it's definitely below their like C7 to their back, and you see hack marks everywhere. That is where we're going to end the episode.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
That's not what a meat cleaver is meant for.
It's
You're
now.
on the edge.
I have to disinfect that. Get a new one.
Don't worry, the meat will be checked before it's sold.
Oh man.
I still don't want to know what Lionel fed us after he failed his spot hidden check on the kitchen.
That's why I asked for something besides meat. I couldn't do it.
I just glad there wasn't any strychnine in it.
No, I don't think she'll ever eat meat after all this.
Wow. This
Talia's
has been
still
a hot
humming that creepy song.
Oh god. This music.
I really rather have the creepy knick-knack paddywhack song than evil Animal Crossing. This is going to drive Anique insane before the end of this season.
Oh god.
I cannot even.
Oh my god, Scrat, you're a daddy!
To be seen. To be seen. I'm not sure. I fear our keeper may be messing with our minds and definitely playing on some of, like, there's a really big strong thing here about, like, you know, family and stuff, but also there's some smaller things that Sammy is definitely tugging on for Scott.
Well, you handed all the knives, at least you said so.
Do we all just have creepy children in our backstory, and this is just like our one biggest fear that's being played on the entire time? Because that's definitely kind of what's going on with Carmen.
I have
Unless
nothing to
I
do with
am-
kids in my backstory. Nothing.
I have
Nothing.
no kids in my backstory. The
That
only
might
kid in my
be the
backstory
creepy kid in my backstory.
is Talia.
Yeah, I might be the creepy kid in our backstory.
Oh God. Anyway, that's where we're gonna wrap for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on this ride with us. Please pay attention to the bot as it spams things at you. Including merch. It's the last day to get a season 2 poster, so if you want to get a season 2 poster, go on the Streamlabs merch. Also, big thank you to our sponsors, Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, who make this all possible. Oh boy. This has been a rough one. We're gonna head over to the Discord where we will be talking about today's session and maybe doing some of that conspirator board thing in there. Maybe. Yeah. Also, we have a GoFundMe up at the moment. Thank you so much, you guys, for the donations. There's been another £25 coming at least whilst we've been streaming to help us get some new aircon. So appreciate you so much. Yeah, we're gonna head off. We're gonna go. We're gonna do it. I'm definitely ready and not in any way freaked out. Yeah, okay, so until next time, everyone, we will see you later on. See you in the Discord. Keep evoking emotions. Bye.